Hi, today is Tuesday, April 18th, 2017, and this is As Swede Speaks. And we have to address the Fresno shooting, well, Fresno, California, because earlier today a man was on a shooting spree in Fresno. His name is Cora Ali Muhammad, and he's 39 years old. And during this shooting spree, he managed to kill 3 people. Well, one of them, they tried to say one of them. I guess one of them survived for a while, and they drived this survivor in hope of being able to save his life, but in vain. Sadly, the third person died too. While he was shooting, he reportedly shouted "Allahu Akbar," which, as I suppose everyone already knows, is Arabic for God is greater. And the man arrested for this was already wanted in connection with the slaying of a security guard at the Motel 6. What do we know about this person? Well, on Facebook he posted stuff about white devils. This makes me think of Nation of Islam. I think that's their theology still. I mean, to begin with, Nation of Islam really hadn't very much to do with Islam. I mean, they were still crazy, but they didn't have very much to do with Islam. But I think they have adjusted some of their theology to Islam now. But I guess they kept the white devils thing, because, I don't know, maybe it's a good sales pitch to some people. And this guy, apparently he liked a lot of left-wing stuff on Facebook. So I guess that's interesting, actually. And if it's Nation of Islam or if it's mainline or if it's more mainline Islam, I don't know. I mean, even Nation of Islam is Islamic to an extent by now, because they have tried to adjust their teachings to be more mainline Islamic. And I mean, this is just a pattern going on. And by the way, there is a thing that connects, or there's a resemblance between Cora Ali Muhammad and the French guy Clement Baour, one of the arrested ones in Marseille today, who were planning a pre-election attack in France. Or I guess there is a connection. Let's not jump into conclusions here. But apart from both being followers of Islam of some kind, I mean, Clement Baour is reportedly a convert to Islam. I don't know about Cora Ali Muhammad. Maybe he grew up in a Nation of Islam household, or maybe he's a convert. He seemed to hate a lot of people anyway, and liking the left, hating white people. It's sort of a giveaway to me that he might be a convert. And that was the point I was making in my comment to what happened in France today, and that thank God they managed to stop that. Sadly, this wasn't stopped in Fresno, California before it was too late. I mean, I don't know how many times I need to make this point, but I guess I just have to make it again and again and again. Islam makes people crazy. You see it in the case of Clement Baour. You see it in the case of Cora Ali Muhammad. You saw it in the case of Rahmat Akilov, the truck jihadist in Stockholm. You saw it in London. You saw it in St. Petersburg. You saw it in Berlin. You saw it in Nice. You saw it in Paris. You saw it in the attack in Nairobi a few years ago. You saw it in San Bernardino. You saw it on 9/11. How long a list do I need to make? I mean, of course, if you're watching this, you probably agree to a large extent to what I'm saying. And we just need to raise the awareness of this one way or the other. And it's not a funny job. I mean, we will be labeled. We are labeled racists, bigots, haters, hate speakers, and so on. And we might lose our jobs. We might make ourselves unemployable. There's so much And still, this has to be fought. Islam has to be fought. I'm getting more and more convinced about this. And I mean, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about what happened in Fresno, California. And I mean, the interesting thing about Fresno, California, or the interesting about California is that if I understood anything correctly about California, California is really, really liberal. It's really, really secular. It's like the Sweden of the United States, or maybe a combination of Sweden and Greece, because the Californian economy is pretty much down the drain, but that's a digression right now. But as far as I understand, California hasn't done anything to make followers of Islam angry, to outrage Muslims. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they have done something. In that case, I'd like to be informed of what California did, because I fail to see whatever they might have done. Or maybe it's just against the United States in general, or, well, you know what I think. This was, well, I suppose it was against white people, because Qora Ali Muhammad doesn't like white people, and I guess also against non-Muslims. I mean, I think that's what it's really about. This is about Islam's war against everyone and everything. And in this case, you add a little anti-white racism to it, which is interesting. Because what do you think that most Middle Eastern or Persian Muslims think about black people? Do you think that a guy like Qora Ali Muhammad, who looked pretty black to me, do you think that he would be treated with respect in Saudi Arabia or Iran? Maybe. I have an impression that that would not be the case. But anyway, I'm sorry about this, California. And I guess California has been discussing turning into a sanctuary state. Okay, that wouldn't, I mean, okay. Qora Ali Muhammad is homegrown, so you would have to live with him anyway until you find him and can put him in jail, or, well, do something about him. People like him, there will always be. But sanctuary city or sanctuary state, as California has discussed, that would be inviting trouble. So I mean, there's so much you could connect to this, and this is, I think, a legitimate connection. So California needs to think about this, just like France has to think about this, and Sweden has to think about this. That inviting Islam, promoting Islam, is a really bad idea. And I mean, 2 attacks today, or 1 attempted attack that was stopped, and 1, sadly, successful one. The attempted one stopped in France, and the successful one, sadly, in California. So, I guess that's what I have to say about this. It has to stop, and we need leaders who understand this. We need Churchills, not Chamberlains. I hope Donald Trump will be a Churchill. I am seeing signs of it. I know there are a lot of people who are not liking his attacks on Syria or when he bombed Afghanistan, but actually, him attacking ISIS in Afghanistan was a really good move. And that's what he said he would. He said he would fight the Islamic State, and now he is. So I'm completely on his side. I am with the Trump train. California should be too, by the way. And okay, that's what I have to say about this. I would like to thank the people who are supporting this channel through prayers, through Patreon, through PayPal. It's all greatly appreciated, and pretty necessary too, actually, because, well, I have sort of put myself outside of the opinion corridor of both Sweden and Norway. So all and any support is greatly appreciated, and I appreciate your prayers too. I'll just want you to know that. And if you like this channel, please subscribe so you don't miss anything. Please share my videos on on social media, on Facebook and Twitter and whatever. And if you got something to say, please comment and like this video if you like it. And I would also like to encourage you to support this channel. I will include all the necessary information in the information box below. This is a Sweet Speaks. Have a nice day.